media in a second? Well, right now. Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, the president of Dealer Synergy and the creator of the Millionaire Car Salesman Group, and we are at the Internet Director Development in New Jersey. And so this is going to be the first time I've ever done this before. We're going to do a national and possibly international kind of town hall meeting to talk about car gurus. And so I'm going to kind of share with you that don't know what's going on, the whole situation, how it happened, why it's important. And then I'm going to give you all here the opportunity to be able to turn around and kind of share your situations with car gurus, because I think the more that we're able to understand and have real information, the better off we could be. I need one of my people to come up here, please, for a second. Okay. Mike is perfect. Yeah. Mike? What's up, Joe? So I need you to hold this so I can turn on and walk around and talk. Okay, so, do me a favor, everybody. Can you say hello to the Millionaire Car Salesman? Just say hello on 3, 2, 1. Hello. Okay, so the Millionaire Car Salesman Group, just to let you know right now, we have a whole team of internet directors, general managers, GSMs, and we also have internet directors of 14 rooftop dealer groups in attendance. And we have all of you, and this is about to get real in a second. So here, put this on here, so you're gonna stream me live. Just hold that. Yep. Don't put your finger in the middle. There you go. All right, so now, let me explain to you all what's going on. How many people, by show of hands, show them, how many people have been following the whole car guru situation online? Okay, good. So there's some of you that don't know what's going on. This is very, very important to understand, okay? We have a dealer principal client. His name is Dan Zalowski. He is of Country Hill Motors in Kansas City, Kansas. He's an independent dealership. His family owned and operated. I believe he's about second generation. He's a good guy. I have the emails. He's like, Sean, help me. Like, really, help me. You know, I'm being extorted. I'm having all these problems with car gurus. Now, I'm gonna let everybody know this right now. I don't have a personal beef with car gurus. Car gurus is actually my client. I throw conferences where we do millions of dollars in our conferences, the Internet Sales 20 Group Conference, right? So I wanted to turn around and reach out and try to stabilize the situation. I have very, very, very good vendor relationships. All my clients know I'm the guy that has all these vendors, especially lead source providers. John, am I right? Josh, am I right? You know, absolutely. So for me, I said, okay, let's turn around and set up a Zoom, because he told me all this crazy stuff with his car gurus rep and his manager. And we were smart, we recorded it on a Zoom meeting. And if you guys listen to the audio and the video, it was very, very professional into the very end. And it was just so disgusting how arrogant and how stupid it was. So here's the situation. So there's multiple different things that Danny had addressed as a problem. First was the price gouging. Okay, so the price gouging is just absurd, because this is a guy that's an independent dealership. First of all, he's got 300 units retail ready, 300. The average dealership only has 70, okay? So think about how many used cars you guys have. And so they had 300 units ready. They were only paying $700, a month. Then CarGurus came in and said, you have to pay all this money. Danny turned around and said, I'm not paying all of that. And then they just turned around and he felt like they just straight deboed, gangstered it into it and forced him into it. But he said, listen, if I'm gonna have to pay more, then you're gonna give me some more shit. So they definitely did upgrade him, but it's not that he wanted to just buy more stuff. So this died, there we go. So it wasn't that he wanted to just buy more stuff, right? So for X amount of time, I think it's been a year, he's paying $3,600. $3,600. It's about to pay, the contract is about to expire. They want to jump him to $6,600 or $6,800, 66. So almost double his entire rate, double in 1 year, double his rates, right? And then the reason is because they're getting more traffic to their website. They're getting more traffic to their website. I don't give a fuck about what traffic you get to the website. What is that doing for me? What is that doing for me? Nothing, right or wrong? Right. Here's the crazy part. And this is the thing I'm going to say, there's more to it, is that CarGurus uses your inventory, right? There's a manager in here that shared something with me that I'm going to put them on here, that they're stealing inventory from dealerships' websites without the dealership's permission. They're in this room right now, and they're going to address that shit, because they're taking your inventory without your permission to generate leads, to boost up their inventory and get views and all that stuff. So think about how crazy this is. They're using your inventory. That's why they're getting more traffic. I'm sure they're doing other things, spending money, but used cars are inventory-based opportunities, right or wrong? Out loud.
Right.
Okay, so their used cars are inventory-based opportunities. So if they're inventory-based opportunities, then think about it. The more dealers you have, they got 30,000 rooftops on their program. Of course they're going to get more traffic to their website. So let me explain this. You're going to charge me $3,000 for the privilege to use my inventory, and then because you're using my inventory, you get more traffic, and because you get more traffic, that's the reason why you're going to turn around and double my rates. Here's something right here. Point the camera to Jason. Jason, stand up for a second. Here's the thing that also pisses me off. You don't have to stand, just look pretty for a second, right? That man right there is Jason Coons of Bob Ruth Ford. How much do you pay for CarGurus?
It's $8,700.
How much?
$8,700.
$8,700. How many units do you have?
300.
300. So wait a minute. So why is it that a dealer in Pennsylvania is paying $8,700 a month for the same thing that a dealer in Kansas City is paying, only $3,600? He's paying $5,000 a month of stupid tax every single month, or because he's getting cracked like a baby seal for no reason. So this tells me that there's no regulation, there's no method to the reason or whatever. Okay, what bullshit excuse can you have? CarGurus, what excuse do you have? It's the same amount of inventory. What's different? 300, cars, same amount of leads, and actually you're getting more leads. How many leads are you getting?
Total month from CarGurus?
Yeah, just real leads that you can verify.
I checked yesterday, it was like 45.
Oh my God, less?
Yeah.
Wow, wait a minute. You're 45? Yeah. Do me a favor, run over to him and say that shit in the camera. 45, okay. Can somebody do some math? What is 8,700 divided by
45.
47 leads? Say it. So give me math.
200.
200? Come here, bring the camera. Bring that. Come on, run like the wind. Orange, go, come on. Did you hear that shit? He's paying $8,700 to get 47 leads. 47 leads. Average cost per lead is $200. But yet, Danny Zalowski, from Country Hill Motors, he's paying only $3,600, and he gets 104 leads. So not are you paying more, you're getting 60 leads less. Oh, I know your answer, Mr. CarGurus. Because it's the traffic, because of the VDPs or SRPs. I don't give a fuck about the VDPs or SRPs. I need leads. You can't sell VDPs or SRPs, right or wrong?
Right.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, and again, now times that's one store. There's 30,000 stores that are on the program. How many people are losing X amount of dollars and being taken advantage of? And here's the worst part for me, and I'm amped, because this is ridiculous. The part that's ridiculous is this. These parasite companies, yes, you are a parasite company, you turn around and play to the public. They're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to the public saying, don't trust dealers. Don't trust dealers. You can't get a fair price. Dealers are not trustworthy. They might not have said it, but your existence implies it, goddammit. You understand me? The way that you exist implies that they need to turn around and go to somebody else. You don't have any cars. There are cars. You don't have a dealership. You don't have a service department. You've got nothing. It's all your stuff, right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, so then again, if that's the case, how are they turning around and going to the public that you need to come to us and give fair pricing? And they have the audacity to turn around and tell the public that this is a fair price, that's a bad price. CarGurus also turns around and tells the public how long the vehicle is aged on the inventory specifically so they can use that as a bargaining chip to lower your grosses. So they're a double agent. Like somebody Google real quick, one of the Russian spy, the biggest, Google Russian agent, double agent. Whatever that name is, that's what I'm calling them. Because they're a double agent. They're going to the public and they're turning around proclaiming like they're these righteous people and they're the saviors of the public, like CarGurus. But yet they're turning around and cracking you. They're doing to you all. Loud?
Yes.
Okay. So the whole point here, that's the other part, is how crazy this is. That they're going around and telling the public what's fair, it's not fair. Put the camera over there. Can anybody tell me, you're all the dealer population, who is protecting you? Who is telling you what's right? Jason, how do you feel? Put the mic on him and bring the camera to him. Yeah. So, Jason, you hear over there? Tell him, how do you feel knowing that there's a dealer paying, $5,000 less every single month to get 60 more leads than you on the same program?
I mean, that's what we were worried about or talking about the other day. It just doesn't make much sense to anybody.
No, I don't, how do you feel about that?
I feel taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay? And so now, anybody else, who's the dealer that told me about the inventory thing? I'm looking at you, right? About the inventory, the website? There you go. Bring the camera over there. Can you please identify who you are and what you told me before, please?
My name's Timothy Cobal.
What's your role?
The general manager at my dealership. One of the things they do is they steal your inventory right from your website, and then we'll get leads that are just literally crap leads that a car we sold a month and a half ago. They'll pull the cars from our inventory and then they never take them down off their websites, off of CarGurus. So they're still getting all these leads, and then they're trying to charge us more for complete bullshit that's on their website.
Right.
So
Again, thank you. And how do you feel about that? Like, let's go back to
It's
again.
horrible.
Say it. Look into the camera. Tell them. Say it's horrible. It's not fair.
it's completely horrible.
Right. That's it. If I were you, I would turn around and have your attorney send them a cease and desist.
We don't use them.
Okay, no, but they should not be able to take your inventory to profit.
I agree.
That's period. They should not be able to take your inventory without permission to profit. And I would also contact your manufacturer, your OEM, because if they're new car inventories as well, not just the used cars, right?
It's new.
If it's new too, then again, your manufacturer, that's what they should be there for. And then what state are you in?
Tennessee.
In Tennessee, then I'm saying you should turn around and talk to the Tennessee Dealer Association. I would contact your manufacturer. I would file a formal complaint. I would also contact the NADA. That's what they're supposed to do. The National Automobile Association is supposed to protect you, as well as the state association. You have power. Exercise it, right or wrong.
Right.
Okay, so now, here's a couple other things. I've been waiting because I have dealers that are telling me constantly, I swear to God, I've got email after email, DM after DM saying thank you. We have tens of thousands of views and like thousands of comments now of people saying this. And they want to be heard because there's small stores that are suffering because they need the traffic. They need to sell cars. And they feel that they have no options. Another thing that they're saying that's a problem is the technology. Something that happened on that audio, and listen to this. For a vendor, a publicly traded vendor, to illegally advise a dealer principal to power book cars is not inappropriate. It's unethical and it's just outlandish. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So again, a CarGurus executive at Digital Dealer in Orlando told Danny Zalowski, and Danny said it, so not hearsay. We told this to the CarGurus manager and to the rep on that call. How are you going to turn around and to advise the dealer to power book cars? That just blows my mind. Because if that's where your moral compass is, and if that's your strategy to fix your mediocre technology and algorithm is to power book cars, what else are you going to make bad decisions about? You know what I'm saying? Things that make you go, right or wrong?
Right.
Just saying. And I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, this industry's been amazing to me. My whole life has been blessed because of this industry. And it really just saddens me because there are really good vendors and there are really good people out there. There's really good dealers out there that are literally getting hurting. This is not just about losing a little bit of money. I mean, how long have you been on CarGurus, my friend, Jason? Paying $8,000.
About 2 years.
Oh my God. So just...
2.5 years.
Okay, so again, if you do 5 times 12, 60, that's I just identified that in our opinion, they owe you $120,000 because you've paid $120,000 for no reason. That is grand larceny, in my opinion. It's an opinion, so don't try to sue me, all right? Do I have your back if they try to sue me or the dealers that we're going to turn around and not take that? No, you're on your own, Sean. No, I'm kidding. I'm not worried about them. I got lawyers too. So the idea though, but seriously, to me, if I'm a dealer and I know that I'm paying $5,000 a month more to get less than somebody else times 24 months, my math is $120 you owe me, right or wrong?
192.
Huh? 192. See, that's why my wife, she's a better accountant. So 192, they owe you and Rob Ruth and Steve Hardo $192,000. $192,000. That's one store. How many other dealerships out of the tens of thousands of rooftops have they cracked and are gouging? Now what we're going to do is we're going to walk around. I want to turn around and go to the people here that I know because I want to be heard. So follow me. A second. Okay. So, John, you're a GSM. So, are you using CarGurus?
I stopped using CarGurus about 2 years ago.
Why'd you stop using CarGurus?
They actually, much smaller scale, but we were paying $6.99 a month.
$6.99 a month.
Yeah, for a while, and we didn't even get a phone call. We got a bill, and it was going up to, don't quote me on the price, I don't remember. It was at least double, and we were right there. We were ready to cancel it anyway because we weren't getting anything out of the $6.99. So we stopped it. I want to say 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been in the business?
28 years.
28 years. Do you love your industry?
I do.
So everything I just said, what is that like to you to hear, like especially with the crazy gouging and stuff, and then, like I said, that they're going to the public and pretty much acting like they are saviors, but they're doing worse practices than any of us do here.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
So
I refused to do business with them from 2 years ago.
And you're in a 20 group, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure you're going to have this conversation with everybody in your 20 group?
Yeah.
Anybody you come in contact with, correct?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So we're going to turn around and go over here. Let's start. So you're a GM, and that was kind of crazy. Or you're not using them, obviously, right?
We don't use them.
Have you ever used them before?
No.
You haven't?
Nope.
Okay, good. And will you ever use them?
No.
Okay, good. So Dean, so can you come over here for a second? So Dean, you are the general manager of a 7 rooftop dealer group? 6. Sorry, 6. I'm a car guy. I round up. Okay. So 6 rooftop dealer group, Highline, including Maserati, correct?
Yes.
Are you using CarGurus?
No.
Okay. So why don't you use CarGurus?
Well, we found they gave us free samples, so to speak,
Right.
for months, but we really didn't.
Isn't that what
find-
drug dealers do? They give you free hits
Yeah.
and then they try.
Well,
No, I'm serious.
I had a
Just saying.
term that I used. They were junk lead stuff.
They're junk leads?
Yeah, there were a lot of duplicates, a lot of just bad leads.
Okay.
So every free section they sent us, we never really got anything from it. There was no reason to use them.
Okay. Now, that's before you knew how this.
Oh God, now I would just stay clear. I mean, jeez,
Now, you've been in business for how long in the automotive industry?
about 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's a long time. And you have a lot of contacts in New Jersey with the car people, correct?
Sure.
If CarGurus comes up in conversation, would you share this information that you found here?
I absolutely would.
Shame on you people. This is crazy. Josh, okay, can you identify who you are?
Josh Slater, Internet Director at Sands Automotive Group.
Okay, so you have how many rooftops?
There's 3.
There's 3.
Two Chevy stores and a Kia dealership.
Okay, so do you guys use CarGurus?
We currently have CarGurus on, yes.
Okay, now that you hear all this stuff going on, what's going to happen now?
Well, I'm going to reflect back just to give a little background with our history with CarGurus. We had them on maybe about a year ago. They were charging $1,200 a rooftop, and it was based on inventory. So their claim was inventory based, and then they came back and wanted to basically triple the charges, so we dropped them. And then, it works. You got dealer principals. They have 20 group meetings, and there's some dealerships out there doing a really good job with CarGurus, so we brought them back on. I kind of do the math and do the cost per lead, and we found that we're about $27 a lead right now, closing at a 10 to 12% rate. So we're having some success with them. But after hearing all of this, I'm really doing a deep dive to see if they're actually creating leads for us, or they're just people that we would normally sell in our backyard, which that's what I'm finding. So we'll have a discussion and probably part ways.
So here's the thing, and I want to just go on record on this. This is math, you know what I mean? Like, again, if you could get an average cost per lead, cost per sale, I get it. You know what I mean? But when I hear, Jason's a friend of mine, like my clients are like friends. I drive them crazy like family, but they're my friends and I care about them. And to just hear $27 per lead versus $200 per lead, that's not fair. And so for me, even the ROI, and I'm not going to tell you that you have to cancel them because we're friends regardless, and I wouldn't be mad at you because if it ROIs, you got to do what's good for the organization. But on a moral level for me, I just wouldn't want to do business with people that are that freaking shady. You know what I mean? That they're going to have no method or reason or rhyme to logic. Yeah, please.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is it's great per lead acquisition, but when you add a lead source, you've got to have incremental growth. And if the growth isn't there, you're just kind of swirling around where the deals are coming from. So that's where I kind of come into play. The incremental growth isn't there based on a 10 to 12% closing ratio. So that's what I'm looking at. So it's just an extra $3,000 rooftop that the cost isn't needed.
Okay, and you are? Tell me who you are.
My name is Chris Zekas. I'm from Burlington Chevrolet.
Okay, and how long have you been in business for?
Just about 20 years.
20 years. GM, GSM, before you've done all the different positions.
All of them. Yeah.
Is your organization on CarGurus?
We are.
Okay.
And we're also on a per lead basis.
Okay, how much are you guys paying for your CarGurus?
I think it's right around $30 per lead.
$30
It comes
per
out to,
lead.
yeah. And we're just about a 15% closing ratio as well.
15% closing
Yeah.
ratio. So hearing this though, did you know that it was this deep, this crazy?
Absolutely not. That's
Okay.
the first I'm hearing of it.
So when you go back to the dealer principal and you have this conversation, do you think you're going to want to keep these people, or you're not sure?
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel comfortable and happy working with people like this?
No.
That's the whole point. Whether he stays or not, this is how you're making your, come here. So whether he stays with you or not, it is what it is. The fact that that's what they think of you, if you really care, you know what I mean? Like, think about that. It's just horrible. He's like, I feel disgusting. I got to take a shower, you know what I mean, to turn around and work a lead. That's crazy. Now, Frank, let's look from your perspective, because you're pretty famous, and you're about to be even more.
Thank you.
So Frank is one of the top sales consultants in the country. He sells 100 units a month. Very, very, very visible with social media. Did you realize that this CarGurus thing was this crazy?
No, I mean, I don't get into the everyday workings of leads and where they're coming from, but it sounds pretty crazy. It sounds like, if I was going to list my house on the MLS, you would pick, to charge me $400 to list it, and put somebody else at $200 to list it, and I wouldn't think that was probably fair, to every other realtor or real estate agency out there trying to sell a house, and rate them and not really know what is in the house or location by best, good, deal, all that. So, try to get down. I see our dealership. I don't know if we still use CarGurus or not, but I know we, had a discussion of how do we get to be the best, number on there, and I don't really think it worked too well.
No doubt. I appreciate your insight.
Yeah, no, no.
Whoops. It's all good. Can you get that for me? Now, what I want to turn around and do is for you guys from Conway Keaton. So this is the dealer, pretty much. So his name's on the building. So you guys using CarGurus?
We do.
Okay. So now you said you did a little research, right? So how much are you guys paying for CarGurus?
$2,700.
How many used cars do you have in stock?
Typically around 120.
So you got 120. He's only got 120 cars, and you're paying $2,700. Okay. And when you're hearing all this stuff around here, how does it make you feel about CarGurus?
It's crazy.
Okay.
They're-
Okay. Now, are you going to be continuing to use CarGurus?
Well, I just looked this month. We actually have 12 leads from them.
So 12 leads for $2,700. So now just look at the camera. You're a dealer. Your company's been in business for almost 100 years. Listen to this. He's the oldest Ford dealership in the state of Kentucky, and you guys are charging him $2,700. He's got 12 leads. But I know you got a great reason because of all those VDPs and all of those site links and all that stuff. Do you care about the site links? Do you care about that when you're spending $2,700? Can you buy things for your dealership? Can you turn around and pay her? She's your employee. Can you pay her salary with some views?
Not at all.
Okay. And so here's the thing, though. I got to ask an honest question. You could embarrass me, or you could be real. I trust you, though. Do you trust me enough that if I tell you to cancel CarGurus and I'll get you better leads, better stuff, would you do it?
Yeah.
Look in the camera and say, goodbye, CarGurus.
See ya.
That's it, done. That's how we get down. So again, we had enough. Hashtag, we're done with this bullshit. Next. So anybody else want to have any other insight in CarGurus? Kevin, you guys on CarGurus?
We are.
Okay, so question for you. This is a 14 rooftop major dealer group, over $500 million a year. Does that make you feel comfortable being with a company like this after you're hearing all these managers and all this stuff here?
Not at all.
Okay, now can you turn around, and I know that at that level there's certain things you can't talk about publicly, and I respect that, but can I ask you a couple questions such as, do you feel that you're being overcharged for stuff, or you're not getting enough value lead-wise?
Absolutely.
Okay, absolutely. Now, can I ask you that based on all of this field intelligence from all of these dealer principals, GMs and GSMs, does it look like you're going to keep these type of people?
Probably not. Not
That-
worth it.
And again, so you got people from all over the country in this room. And again, I'm done. I'm not going to waste any more time educating these people with you. You're done. Goodbye. Hang up with them. Let's go. So that's it.